One man, one mission, to rid the world of chronic anxiety once and for all. The anxiety guy, Dennis Simsek, shares his personal transformation from living a life filled with overwhelming worry to becoming a full-fledged positivity machine, a leading authority in generalized anxiety. Dennis gets to the truth of your mental health challenges and sets you on a path to transforming each and every area of your life. Here he is, the one and only, the anxiety guy.
Warriors, welcome to episode number 94 of the Anxiety Guy podcast. Thank you so very much for all your support, your emails, your comments, your rates, your reviews. I truly appreciate it, guys. Together, we're moving in the right direction. Together, we're creating a new you. I know you deserve this new you. I know you want it. So let's get into this very powerful skill set that I used during my recovery, and I use this to help people through the End the Anxiety program as well. It's called cross questions. Now, cross questions are powerful, but we have to understand what they are. You'll notice that when a debilitating situation, a icky feeling begins to show up in someone, that they only focus on one side of the story. They only focus on the catastrophic event that may occur or how they may be getting judged by others or that sort of stuff. Now, our job with cross questions is to begin listening in to the other side of the story. As simple as that is, it is powerful. What is a cross question? A cross question is a question that opens up a new way of seeing something, whether that's a person, whether that's a symptom, whether that's a memory, it doesn't matter. It opens up a new way of seeing something. Now, NLP specialists use these cross questions to uncover the missing pieces of information that are lying below the threshold of conscious awareness in their clients. Okay? Now, examples of cross questions are things such as, have I ever fainted before in this exact situation? For example, for a health anxiety sufferer. Another one is my lifestyle different than that other person who suffered a heart attack? Another really powerful cross question is this actually a life-threatening symptom, or is it just a symptom caused by excess adrenaline in my system? Now, you can see that in the moment of hesitation and anxiousness, we can either engage in our emotional mind and run away from a situation or hide from it, or we can engage in our conscious mind, ask ourselves a couple of cross questions, and begin moving in a whole nother direction. Cross questions are important for two reasons. Number one, it gives you cognitive flexibility. It opens up a whole new set of thoughts that you never thought about before. Number two, it gives you behavioral flexibility, which means that now that you're thinking about something differently, you can begin to act differently as well. Cross questions begin changing your mind's filter system. Let's understand this because information comes in through your five senses. It gets filtered, then it gets stored, and then you create a habit in thinking and behaving, which then becomes your reality. The biggest reason people stay stuck in a cycle of health anxiety and GAD is because they see the problem or symptom in good or bad terms. Everything is one way or another. There is a limit to how they can perceive something. Remember this, the person with the most flexibility in thinking holds the most power in any given situation. So let's understand how you can begin to use these cross questions in your own life. Let's say somebody wakes up in the morning, they've got cortisol running, they got adrenaline running through their system, and they're questioning their health. They're questioning whether or not things are going to go okay in their lives, what's going to happen today, am I going to be accepted, is someone going to see a sensation, whatever it may be. Right then in that moment, you want to begin cross-questioning. You can begin to tell yourself, you know what? The root that I'm scared of right now is dying. I'm scared of dying, or I'm scared of fainting, or whatever it may be. Have I fainted before? Have I ever in this situation had someone come up to me and tell me how funny I look due to my sensations? Has dizziness ever caused me to faint in this particular situation or this event? These are cross questions that you can begin using as soon as you wake up in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. And you're going to find that when you become more 50-50 as far as which story you're listening to, either the catastrophic one or the real one, you're going to find that you begin to move your attention more and more towards the real story, which means that you are healthy, which means that you are everything that you want to be, and you're moving in the right direction in your life. And you're going to find that this voice becomes louder and louder and louder the more in-depth and the more real the cross questions become. Now, since I know you're going to be using these cross questions right away in your life and begin changing your life, we have to be aware of a couple of things. The first thing is this: are you asking the question and hoping you feel better, or looking for more evidence to support the cross question? Adding one player to the soccer team means that he needs support to make a strong team. You cannot ask yourself a cross question and then begin to check in to see how you're feeling and whether or not those cross questions are working. You have to begin to add more evidence to the cross question. Oh yeah, I never did faint. Oh yeah, I never did get that judgment from that person that I think I was always going to get. You have to begin adding more evidence to the cross question in order to make it stronger and stronger. One player on the soccer team compared to 11 players on the soccer team have a much better chance of winning the game. The second thing we have to be aware of is, are you becoming emotionally involved in the cross questions? Emotions provide the fuel to convince the unconscious mind of a new way of seeing something. So you got to get emotional about it. You got to say, you know what? Yeah, that really is true. Wow, I really didn't see it in this way. Wow, there really is so much evidence stacked in favor of the positivity instead of the negativity, the rational instead of the irrational. You've got to conjure up those emotions in order to make it real in your unconscious mind. And then finally, are you falling victim to the but game? I said it. I said but game. I asked a cross question, but. Allowing your buts to overtake your thinking process in that moment will lead to falling back into the cycle of catastrophic thinking. Allow your buts to be present. Don't fight them. And follow a different voice within as it gains more and more momentum. And this was really important in my recovery because every time I asked a cross question, I got a but. You know what? Yeah, but there is still a chance that, Dennis, you still have that, that really bad physical ailment that we're scared of. There still is a chance that you might die or faint or someone might see you or judge you or whatever it may be. I had that go through my mind. Those were the buts. And what we have to do is understand that buts are going to appear. They're going to be there. And we must not follow them. We must make the voice of rational thinking louder and louder and louder. So avoiding the but and saying and stuffing it away is not going to work, but we must replace. You're going to notice that the law of substitution plays a very big part in how effective your cross questions become in your life. The law of substitution states that you cannot get rid of a thought. You cannot stop doing an action. You can only replace a thought, replace an action, replace. Okay? So if something is bugging you in your life right now, you must find a replacement that fits the similar bill. Is it giving you a basic human need of certainty or uncertainty or loving connection in some way? You'll see that smokers try to smoke because it makes them feel cool or makes them feel connected to people or whatever it may be. Well, how else can I find that same connection in a more productive way is the question. So today, my friends, I want you guys to take this podcast episode and begin practicing cross questions every opportunity that you get, because you're going to find that with anxiety, you have many, many opportunities to come up with new cross questions. Soon what's going to happen is you're not even going to favor the negative thinking pattern. You're not going to favor the irrational thinking pattern. Your mind is going to move towards wherever the evidence is more stacked towards. So if you've got more evidence stacked towards the positive rational thinking part of this situation, you're going to find that you begin to move in that direction much more powerfully and more consistently. So cross-question, begin asking yourself another question in the moments of feeling anxious, start following it and gaining more evidence behind it, and start acting on it. This is the goal, because action is the very thing that's going to make this real. It's going to make it real. You got to act the part as soon as you begin asking yourself those cross-questions. Now, my friends, I've been where you are. I've been in health anxiety, I've been in GAD, I've been in panic, I've been in depression. I was moments away from driving my car over a bridge, and then what I did was I attached myself to something. I attached myself to my son, and I said, you know what? I don't want to be selfish, because if I leave this planet, what's going to happen? What's going to happen to him? How is he going to grow up and such? I began to have that pull. So I urge you today to gain the pull, to come up with all the reasons for why you must take this route and why you must begin to apply the resources in the Anxiety Guy podcast, in the videos, and especially in the End the Anxiety program, my friends. If you have any questions on this, please shoot me an email at anxietyexit.com in the contact section. I will reply most definitely. I love you guys so much. Remember, you are more than anxiety. I'll see you really soon.
Thanks for being an important part of the Anxiety Guy podcast community. If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave a positive rate and review. If you're searching for further support on your road to recovery from anxiety, head over to anxietyexit.com and take part in the powerful End the Anxiety program based around the CBT model. If you're searching for a more one-on-one approach, you can sign up now for personal coaching sessions with Dennis via Skype. Remember, you are more than anxiety. See you in the next episode.